Night had fallen on the small town, where darkness and silence had filled everything. All that could be heard was the gentle wind blowing between the trees and old buildings. In this eerie silence, there was one sound that broke the silence, a strange voice coming from the depths of the darkness. In this town, there lived a young girl named Layla. Layla was a curious girl by nature, and she always loved to discover unknown places and explore mysterious mysteries. One night, while she was sitting in her room reading a book, she heard a strange voice coming from outside. The voice was weak but persistent, like a whisper or a groan. She tried to ignore the voice at first, but her curiosity got the better of her. Layla put on her coat and grabbed an old flashlight she had with her. She decided to go out to investigate the source of the voice. The streets were empty and dark, except for some dim lights coming out of closed windows. She followed the voice through the narrow alleys and winding streets. She reached an old, abandoned house on the outskirts of the town. The house was dilapidated, its doors and windows broken. Layla hesitated at first, but her curiosity prompted her to enter. The inside was dark and damp, and the air was charged with the smell of mold. She continued to follow the sound, which was now becoming clearer. The sound was coming from the upper floor. Layla carefully climbed the wooden stairs, avoiding the worn steps that might collapse under her weight. When she reached the upper floor, she saw a closed door with the sound coming from behind it. She felt a shiver run through her body, but she pushed the door carefully open and entered. Inside, the room was dark except for a dim beam of light coming in from a broken window. In the corner of the room, Layla saw something she hadn't expected, a little girl sitting on the floor, wearing an old white dress, looking as pale as a ghost. The girl was the source of the sound, crying quietly as if in despair. Layla approached cautiously and asked the girl her name and what had brought her to this place. The girl raised her head and looked at Layla with wide eyes full of sadness and fear. "My name is Nora. I've been here for a long time. I can't leave," she said in a weak voice. Layla tried to calm Nora down and asked her why. Nora cried and said, "I had an accident here many years ago. No one found me, and my soul is stuck in this place. I need help so I can leave in peace." Layla decided to help Nora with all her might. She started looking for any clue that could help free the child's soul. She found an old notebook that contained Nora's life story and how her family had been searching for her in vain. With the help of this notebook, Layla was able to call Nora's family and told them the story. Nora's family came to the old house, and they cried bitterly when they learned what had happened. They performed a religious ritual to free Nora's soul, and as the next day dawned, Layla felt a deep sense of relief. She saw the child smile for the first time and disappear into the light of day. Peace returned to the old house, and Layla returned to her life, but she never forgot that night when she helped a lost soul find eternal peace.